Deja que pasen los que vienen por ahí.
Pero voy a dejar de grabar.
We are in one of the smallest streets of Spain.
If you can name it street.
¡Qué bárbaro!
Well, it's two buildings. Let me see if I can.
Between two buildings. Okay. No, it's not that way.
So this way, can I fit in this way?
Maybe.
Let's see if I can fit.
Can you please stop laughing?
It's getting harder.
Yeah, it's getting harder, so I prefer not to attempt.
Así no se arregla un país, papá.
Today, Jorditums embarks on a journey to the medieval village in Catalonia, nestled in the province of Girona, known as Castell de Aro. Why, you ask? Well, it's time for the medieval fair, a grand event that takes place every August for a thrilling two-day adventure. Castell d'Aro goes through an enchanting transformation, turning its old town into a scene straight out of the Middle Ages. Imagine strolling down streets adorned with heraldic shields, colorful banners, and fluttering flags. As you wander, you'll encounter charming artisan stalls, glimpse fellow attendees dressed in medieval attire, and catch the mesmerizing tunes of troubadours. It's like stepping into a time machine. This annual tradition is a roaring success, fueled by captivating exhibitions of falconry, street theaters that transport you to another era, melodious musical performances, delectable food stalls, and of course, exciting activities for the little ones. It's a chance to uncover the enchantments that defined the medieval times. Sipping tea in a decorative tent, sampling handcrafted cuisine, it's all about savoring the essence of those captivating centuries. So, Jorditums is in for an extraordinary escapade, immersing in history, indulging in culture, and experiencing a taste of the past in the heart of Catalonia. Adventure awaits.
Roaming through the streets was like wandering through a visual adventure, where every corner held a new enchanting sight. You couldn't decide which path to take, for each street was more alluring than the last. Yet unquestionably, we felt immersed in the tapestry of medieval history, as if we ourselves were a part of its tale.
While reveling in the splendid charm of the remarkably preserved medieval village architecture, I found myself not just a spectator, but an active participant in the HBO series Game of Thrones, embodying the spirit of a true Viking king. Amidst this captivating atmosphere, my attention was captivated by the abundance of honey products in the region. Intrigued, I halted at a stall manned by a group of beekeepers crafting beeswax candles and vending various bee-derived wares. And now, let me recount the tale they shared with me.
Okay, guys, and we are here in an apiculture stand in the medieval town. And what we can see here is after you took out from the bees this one, they use like a cotton sheet and they compress it until they get that, until you get this. So what she's doing right now is she's melting that, melting the wax, and she's doing the cotton cord. So she molds the cotton cord so she can make a candle like this. In the past, the apiculture one, the one who created the candles, they used to be near the church. Or like this. Why? Because in the past, in the medieval time, they used to use candle burning animal fat that smells so bad, and the rich people used to came here to use the candle to put it near the so they can set it near the church because it's better quality and smells so good.
Estos son los licores que hacemos. Hacemos licor de miel y limón y la hidromiel. La hidromiel se considera la bebida alcohólica más antigua que hay.
¿Hidromiel?
Sí, es la miel en contacto con el agua fermenta. Entonces los vikingos dejaban los barriles de miel fuera. Cuando llovía, el agua se colaba y esto les fermentaba sin que ellos se dieran cuenta. Entonces cuando se lo tomaban, pues le llamaban la bebida de los dioses, porque hablaba con los dioses y con quien hiciera falta.
Tienen que varolalo.
Entonces nosotros la tenemos en frío para si os queréis tomar un vasito, que son 4 euros.
Veamos este caso.
¡Uy, uy, uy!
After a few minutes of sipping on hydro honey and getting a taste of how beeswax candles are made, all while enjoying a wild medieval dance with bagpipes and drums, I've got to admit, the fizzy hydro honey brew was starting to tango with my mind, and I was itching to join the dance floor. But we decided to keep on our adventure, heading to watch a potter shaping some clay pots and checking out the weapon museum, a spot made for folks like me who dig medieval gear and swords. The museum was like diving into a time capsule, but sadly I was as clueless as a lost dragon because everything was in Catalan. I'm hoping for the next go-around, they'll have the option for English or Spanish. But that's a tale for another video.
Campesino malnacido.